Had a hell of a day. And it seems that the more I talk about gang stalking, the more it happens. Not, that wasn't always the case, but the more I get kind of these days, these kind of gang stalking, these bad days. So I'm gonna keep a low profile on here. I'm not really like I'm out here driving. But I want to talk about gang stalking poverty matrix and like the poverty and statistic matrix. And this is because this is directly affecting me. Like I just spent for the third time fixing my car. So the first time was like I don't know, it's like the third time I fixed my car for my car not to be fixed and not drivable and me wasting money. And I could always accuse that of gang stalking, but I think there's a poverty matrix. There's statistics that need to be maintained where people have to stay in a poverty level. So like I think people are chosen to be poor. Okay, they don't choose to be poor. I think they're chosen and they're forced into poverty. Now poverty can be you live in an apartment having a car payment at age 35 or 40 or 50. Or poverty could be you just getting out on your feet. Or poverty could be you've been doing okay for a little bit. You've been maintaining. You've been at the same level. Okay, but the poverty I'm talking about is just straight up like taking the footing away from you, never letting you get ahead so people can call you poor. Because it's important for society to call you poor because for some reason the way you conduct yourself or the way you look, if you have any type of money, you can get to the next level, like leveling up and getting to the next level. You don't have to be rich to get to the next level, okay? You don't have to be fucking rich to get to the next level. Like, you don't need to be living in South Beach, driving a Lamborghini, fucking a big booty Dominican bitch with stacks of money in your hand to finally make it. So there's things called leveling up, and that's where I'm talking about for us targeted individuals. If you're a TI listening, or if you're someone that's targeted by the Matrix, by the parallel universe, yeah, this is for you. So I'm gonna talk about leveling up, okay? In my specific circumstances, because I'm not doing good in life, right? So we'll talk about the leveling up, what I could do to level up. Like as far as clothes, like obviously get in a relationship, become married, buying a house, but that's like kind of harder nowadays. But leveling up would be like, for me personally, because I'm pretty good at like buying clothes and shit looking fresh without spending a lot of money. So leveling up for me would be like, I've already done the apartment thing. Leveling up would for me to have like a nicer car. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, because I'm really good at this shit, this is why they have to keep me poor. So you gotta listen to what I'm saying closely. It sounds like materialistic, kind of like simple stuff I'm saying. But like, if you know you have a gist of how I live, right? I do DoorDash. I fucking, pay my bills as much as I can. I do DoorDash. I drive older vehicles. I keep them clean. You know what I'm saying? I keep my house clean. So for me to level up, let's say I start working for a year and I'm a smart person. So I decide to buy a 2014 Chevy Camaro, because I want a nice car, right? And it costs $8,000. So I put a down payment of $3,000 and I'm paying $300 a month for 2 years. And that's a level up for me in my circumstance. I'm going to get more female attention. I'm going to fucking capitalize more than the next person. Another person will get a fucking 2013 Camaro. They'll fucking smoke in it, ash in it, fucking, get a couple scratches on it, like hitting some fucking park car, like doing it themselves, basically, right? Like, and they'll be like, well, my Camaro's fucking 2013. It's old anyway. It's like 10 years old. It's 12 years old, bro. I don't give a fuck about this car. Fuck this. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a normal American person that's like unattractive and is not talented, they get a 2013 Camaro and that's nothing. That's like a junk car. It's not because they're rich. It's because they're stupid. They don't know how to level up. They don't know how to be successful. Like, I got a 2007 Cadillac DTS. Okay. Now you hear that and you're like, oh, that's an old car. Nah, like certain Cadillacs look nice. And as soon as I got it, they started keying that car up. Okay. So it's about the level up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I can pull up in a 2013 Camaro and buy some clothes from fucking Burlington Coat Factory and literally go into like a rich part of town and everyone's looking at me because I'm smart with money. So they have to work harder to sabotage me, to keep me in these fucking sustained loops where they call me poor and they blame it on me doing DoorDash when you do the math of actually what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I'm not making like doctor money. But if you're doing DoorDash part-time, you're making $500, $600 a week. Or if you're doing Lyft part-time, you're making $800 a week. Like, yeah, you can sustain a living if you're smart with money. You know, you're not going to be able to save a bunch of money, but if you're in the right circumstance, like, you can live a pretty good fucking life if you're a single male and you're good with money. So that's the whole thing. It's about, for me, like, they've been paying attention to my spending habits. Like, yeah, I make mistakes with money just like anyone else. But overall, I'm so smart with money. Like, I can eat, like, if I have money, I can eat good, I can look good, and I don't spend that much money. You know what I'm saying? When another person has $100, like, that's not even rich, like a regular working class person, they wake up, they go to Royal Farms, they get a coffee, they get a sandwich. That $100 turns into $92. They put $12. They put $22. No, they'll put $32 in gas. That $92 goes to $60. Then they'll go out. They'll get lunch at work. So that $60 turns into $40. Then when they get home, you know, they get their little frozen yogurt or whatever the fuck. So that $40 turned to $35. And then that's what I'm saying. Like, me, like, if I have $100, and I'm not saying like, I'm not, that's not a lot of money. But let's say I have like $500, right? Like, the first thing I'm thinking of is what bill is coming up first that I need to pay. Okay. So I'm like, oh shit, I have my phone bill. It's due in 2 weeks. You know, let me put like $20 on that real quick. So when that comes through, or I'll even pay it all off early. And I'll make sure the first thing I do with money is make sure all my bills are paid up for a certain amount of time when I have a decent sum of money. I wouldn't say large. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that way, like, let's say my bills are paid, then I can go to Burlington Coat Factory. And like a normal person here, oh, you shop at Burlington? You shop at Marshall's? Like, bro, I'll come out there with I only pick the nicest clothes. I'm not getting a Penguin shirt and some Dickie pants, bro. I'm getting like a nice ass Nike shirt, a nice ass whatever Armani shirt, Perry Ellis or something, like something that looks cool or some shit that's like a good price. So like, that's what I'm saying. There's pretty much like, they don't want me leveling up. Like, people blow through 10 grand on fucking lottery tickets and Wawa and fucking gas snacks and shit. And like, that 10 grand will be gone. And like me, yeah, I make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say, like, I'll try to make some money with it or something and maybe lose it. But like, that shit, it's not about it lasting. It's not about the money lasting. It's that I get more value out of that 10,000 than a normal fucking person. So they have to shut me the fuck down. And this is going to be kind of a shorter live stream. That doesn't mean leave, but I mean like 30 minutes. And when I say that, it's because I've been on here fucking all night. You know what I'm saying? So, well, not all night, but I think I was on here earlier for like an hour, and then I did some shit yesterday. And, just pulling in to this little fucking area so I can continue this live stream. Get into good detail about this. So leveling up, okay, and poverty matrix. Okay, so I think there is obviously the gang stalking that's organized and the people meeting in secret. It doesn't go that deep, in my opinion. Okay, like, yeah, I was one of those people that used to think like, just like every other TI, like everyone's at meeting in secret and like they're organizing and training the perps how to synchronize with you. Like that's not going on. Like, yeah, you are being targeted. Don't get that twisted. Now, there's the gang stalking, which is definitely happening. Okay. They just can't keep up with the personnel over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my opinion. But there's also targeting from the parallel universe, the Matrix, for each individual on this planet is targeted by the Matrix in a certain fucking way, like how the Bible tries to say, and we're not invoking religion here. We're just saying the Bible brings up like tests and stuff and tribulations. Okay. Now, if you read the Bible, the saints, the quote unquote good people, which a lot of the people in the Bible were like regular bad people that turned good, but they were quote unquote tested. Okay. So we're not like correlating the two. So, but I'm just saying everyone does go through a testing matrix where you have a bad day. Okay. Where you were destined to have a bad day and bad things happen and they haven't happened in a while. So that's unrelated to gang stalking. But I'm saying everyone goes through this, but TIs go through it more. It's organized, it's structured, it's formatted different from the normal Matrix, God, world, Gaia, universe tribulations. Okay. This is about the poverty thing. So I think certain people are like, I think I want to make a whole live stream on this. I think there's statistic agents. I think that there's statistics that need to be maintained to keep this fucking illusion and this society together. So like even like a black statistic, like these black people dying in the hood, they're called statistics. If you die in a car accident, you're a statistic. So I think there's agencies that are statistic agencies that are like trying to maintain statistics in these certain parameters. Otherwise, society collapses. We need this amount of statistics of people to die. We need this amount of statistics for black men to be shot. We need this amount of statistics for people to be poor. Okay, like I'm starting to think, yeah, I'm gang stalked. I'm targeted. I don't like talking about it because, in my mind, it seems to be less when you stop focusing on it. I know it's still going on, but it seems to be like less effective. Okay. Less frequency, I would say. But I think I'm targeted by like, let's just call it a supercomputer for sake of argument, to be fucking poor. Okay. I'm taking full accountability for my mistakes, my actions. Okay. Financially. Like I should be in some type of bad situation. But I think statistically, like that's what's going on. Like statistically, I have to be poor. And statistically, that's what society, we're not saying everyone's meeting up in secret to like, oh, Daniel's poor. Daniel's fucking poor. But there is a theme, and I don't think there's secret hatred from society. Okay. But there's a theme of keeping me fucking poor, man. Like there's a theme of, people broke in and destroyed my fucking $189 laptop that I strategically bought for $189 because I know people might fuck it up. So I didn't get an expensive one. But even though I did get a cheap one, they still came and broke it. And then I've had all this computer trouble since. Like, it doesn't seem like it's hacking, but it's like I'm trying to make some fucking, it has to do with the YouTube channel. I use a fucking Steam, like Steam, the game thing, the thing where you download games on the computer. And they have a video editor that I bought in 2017 for like $10 that is just fucking great. And I know how to use it. And there's been a war against me using that fucking video software for like 3-4 years. Like, it's just, and then this goes into the poverty thing, because a lot of this stuff is, why don't you just buy this? That's the answer that every skeptic has to say. The reason why I don't buy stuff, because it's like I bought at once. Let's go back in the time into targeting. Okay, the apartment targeting where my phone was hacked and I had to sit here and buy like 10 different USB cords type C because my phone would charge at like literally 1% every hour. It would do more. It would just be dying, nothing wrong with the fucking phone. It would just be dying. It was so fucking severely hacked. And, the cords would like show that it's charging, but not charging. And it would just decide on its own to just shut off. Like it just seemed like someone was remotely shutting off the charging port. Like you can do that with coding if you know how to do that stuff. I mean, it seemed like it was Nerve Gorilla, to be honest, but I don't like making false accusations, but that's what it seemed, because it did stop after we became cool. After he like stopped attacking the channel, all that stuff stopped. So that's neither here nor there, but I'm just saying, I had to buy multiple phones in a row. And then I buy the cheap phone because I don't have money. But people are like, well, you should have bought an expensive phone. But if they break the expensive phone, that's even more money I lose. So I'm really smart with, you're not screwing me out of money if you're gang stalking me. Okay. Like, I'm not materialistic. I don't need fancy phones. My phone costs $100 and it works fine. I'll use this phone for like fucking forever if I need to. Like, I just don't fucking care about that shit, dude. Like, but even with me being smart with money, at least at some capacity, they still have to fucking make you seem poor, even though you have nicer clothes than people that aren't being gang stalked, that have been working longer than you. And you fucking, the only thing they might have is a nicer phone, basically. But yeah, there's not much going on as far as um people doing way better than me in this area that I'm living in. Like people that aren't being gang stalked around the same age of me. Yeah, I mean, if they're lucky, they have a girlfriend, they got an apartment, a car. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that fucking common. Like, yeah, most of them have good jobs by now. I'm not going to take that away. Like, most of them have a little bit of money, save up some good jobs, but it's not like people from my high school are buying houses, outside of girls getting married and shit, which is like cheating in life, because it's like, you're a girl, you just pick to marry some guy that works a good ass job. Like, that's what 100% of girls do. It's like, that's all they care about. If the guy's like stable and working a fucking some commerce job, he's in commerce, he's in finance. So all you have to do is like, you're a girl, you become a nurse and then you marry some guy. Like, yeah, here and there from people that I grew up with, that's the case. But there's a lot of people that have burnouts. Like a burnout, someone that's like my age that has like multiple kids and shit, like fucking gave up on life already, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no point even trying type shit. Like, there's too much drama and shit like that. But that's not really that common either. But it's not common for people to be married with kids. I'm approaching 40. And that's just not common where I'm from. Maybe if you're from the South or something, it's more common, but there's more prosperity. But yeah, I think that economically, they just want you at a certain level. One thing that I will notice is like these delay tactics. Okay. Now, I talked about my family situation. Like, I don't think they're involved, but these delay tactics, Like, I don't know. I try to think back. Is like, has it always been like this? And my family's getting older and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say too much, but they they're into like me being delayed. Like if they see me getting delayed, and everything is my fault. I'm not taking blaming anything on anyone else. But like me getting to the next level getting delayed. And getting to the next level is getting to square one, moving out to an apartment again and having a car. They know that that's a part of the harassment for me right now is delaying me from getting to that point where I get anxiety and the fucking matrix or whatever you want to call it, whether it's organized, because there's certain things I just don't blame on human hand. Unless I have certainty and proof, I don't blame gang stalking on uh well what people would call gang stalking, the spiritual warfare on human hand, right? Which is not spiritual warfare. This is a fucking design where people, whoever's running the matrix, they can look into each person like remote neural monitoring type shit. And again, this is allegedly, this is through experience. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And they can manipulate reality to have quote unquote the bad days like I had today. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I had to spend a bunch of money to fix my car. Boo hoo, wah, wah, wah. No one cares. I get it. That's life. That happens. I've dealt with that 100 times. Fine. But I'm angry and I'm driving around and I have to get parts. I have to keep running to the zone to grab parts, spend an extra $200 I don't have to buy parts on top of parts I've already bought. And I've noticed that people are like walking in front of my car. People are like on the opposite side of the road. They're stopping their car. They're going in reverse. They're trying to get close to me. They're trying to bunch up close to me. So there's something about gang stalking, about the TI being angry, and it's setting off some type of matrix alarm where people start like becoming brainwashed to fucking get close to you, to irritate you, and they're not being paid. Some of them are. Some of the times they are when it's obvious, yeah. Especially back in the day. But I noticed that shit, dude. And then it goes hand in hand with the delay tactics. Like you're picking up door dashes, like there'll be a person at the counter, their back will be turned for like 10 minutes. And then other employees will look at you and they'll never like greet you. And then they'll just delay. And then where I pick up, you have to pay for parking sometimes. So there's like meters where you have to put quarters. So like when I lived in North Carolina, and again, I only lived in 2 different places doing this. So, but we'll just here, it's delay. I don't give a fuck if the person's sitting in front of you holding the bag of food. It's delay. They'll put the bag of food down, go do something else real quick. It's delay. It's the lay of the land. Delay. 30-second delay, 2-minute delay. And I'm not talking about normal, oh, it's busy and there's a guy in front of me. It's literally I'm the only person in the store and then they have to fucking delay it. Like they have to fucking delay. They can never be quick. And dude, I lived in the fucking South in North Carolina, and they call Southern people slow. The slow people are up north. Those are the slow people, dog. Like a Southern person's gonna look you in the eye, say hi, greet you. Black, white, Spanish, it's a job. Here is delay. Now, I don't know if that's gang stalking, but it has to do with the bad day correlation because I was angry, I was ranting, I was talking shit, and I was in a bad mood. So the gang stalking goes up because it's going to provoke me into a mass SHOOTING. And that's the only reason I can think of to anger somebody. I don't care if it's an AI or whatever, because I don't know if it's fucking COINTELPRO at that point. Because if this is all COINTELPRO, it just can't be. Like, leave a comment if you think that these heavy campaigns where everywhere you're going in the town, people are activating. Are these people like setting it up? Are they fucking contacting, sending text messages? That's what some TI said. I mean, when it comes to that, now when people are attacking your property, okay, breaking into your house, attacking your property, there's workplace sabotage and things, and where time they had plenty of time to do it, and one headlights and things like that, where they have time to actually set it up. I believe that. Now, when it's like you're randomly driving, you're going to one place to the next place to the next place, and you're just noticing the same kind of inexcusable behavior. And it's like there's no way people can be contacted that fast. And then people are cutting you off on the road, walking in front of your car. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get hit by your car, like literally just walking in front of your fucking car. Like, like it could be because I notice when you get angry, I'm not going to even fucking lie. It definitely is some type of like organization that can send license plates and things on the fly and people on the fly. Absolutely. But when it's like it wasn't supposed to happen, then you get angry and it starts showing up everywhere you go. Where it's like a magnet. It's like a matrix. It's like a parallel universe. It's like something that shouldn't even be fucking happening. But you can't prove it and you can't explain it without sounding crazy, especially that type of shit. But I'm talking about I was angry driving around going to the auto parts store, two separate occasions, spending $100 the first time, 130, and then 80 the second. And everyone was being weird, getting in my way, and people were like on the opposite side of the road, putting their car in reverse to even like annoy me and get close to me. And that happened on two different occasions on like the same trip. Like, dude, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, man, that it's I don't know. But I want to go back to this, like, that's the delay aspect. But the fucking poverty thing, I think society, like, people team up to, like, oh, if this dude gets even a little bit of money, he's going to shit on us because he's going to be happy. He's going to be able to buy his stupid little clothes. Like, everything you do is stupid, but it's better. Like, if I'm like talking about this sounds lame, this sounds corny, like me going to Marshalls with $100 and looking better than other people. It's not because I'm a fashionista. It's because I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to put outfits together. Even though I'm not a person that dresses or anything, I know how to match my clothes. I know how to present myself. I know how to look clean and fucking just regular, like presentable. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't do that. Some people look like fucking shit and they're slobs, but they have a little bit of money and shit, and that's what they have over you. You know what I'm saying? They're not talented. That's what they have over you. It's like, my life's easy. His life sucks. Like, they're banking. Like, my life does not suck. Even when I'm poor, my life does not suck. And I think they're jealous of that too. It's like, you see how I do the fitness thing. Like, yeah, dude, I'm not going to be an NBA player. I'm not going to be an Olympic athlete. But I'm not sitting around eating ice cream and fucking getting a bunch of health problems. Like, I'm trying to take care of my health. I'm trying to be proactive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not some guy like, I, you know, I'll fucking, like, if I have nothing, like, I give up. I lay down. I'm lazy. Like, I have nothing to do. I'll lay down in bed all day, just like anyone else. But that's what this is about. It's I think this has to do with different targets too, because you have a lot of TIs that talk. They pretend that they're talking about you, but they're talking about themselves. They're like, "You're the best. You always, do your gig work, even though people shit on it, and you always run and exercise, even though people don't approve of it." And they're acting like they're talking about you, but they're talking about themselves, right? No, I think this applies to other people. I think this applies to uh other TIs. Like, I think a part of the targeting, I'm not saying all of it, is a part of the targeting is, and this can happen to people that aren't TIs as well, but a part of the gang stalking is people don't approve. They know that if you have a certain amount of money that they may be able to get or may have had in the past, like, there's people that I know a kid that I think his dad died, right? And he got like 150,000 or $200,000. And he wasted all of that money. Like he paid up an apartment all up front. You know, it's none of my business and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, if someone else had that money, they could literally change their lives. They're not going to waste it. They could literally open a car dealership with used cars with like $20,000, buy a little piece of land, go around buying cheap cars, and then start a business or open a business or something like that. And it's not like, let's say that person was me, right? It's not like I'm going to be successful, but you know, there's a greater opportunity of me achieving success than someone else. So even put a number on it. If I had like, now I want to put a good number, like a serious good number where I can make changes to like, I can, let's say I had, and it's a realistic number. If I had between like 15 and 25 grand, okay, I'm not asking for that and I'm not expecting that to fall out the sky. But if I was able to save that over time, or maybe I had some savings bonds, like that money wouldn't last super long, but I would put it to good use, like easily. Like, first of all, it would be all to make money, basically, right? Whether it's a career, anything, business, a career, something like that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like people don't think like that and they have access to money and they do this as like a sport and they think it makes you so miserable to be poor is part of the targeting. And they like seeing you trying to dig yourself out of a hole with a shovel. Like they like to throw you the shovel in the hole and watch you try to dig yourself out. So, but on another note, other people, and it's not like people are sitting around thinking about how much money I'm making, but there's certain people, it's a small percentage, they can be like, they use that as an advantage to get girls. Well, make sure Shakota's good looking, but you know he's broke, right? Like that guy's broke as a joke. I mean, that guy can't take you out. I'll take you out. I got plenty of money. You know, I'm a better man because of that. I work harder, and it's not true at all. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just like, let's say you have like a sibling or something. It could be jealousy of the sibling or a family member or a friend. And there's people that get jealous. Like there's people that do good, and it can be intimidating. Like let's say you have a friend. Let's say you're me and I have a friend, right? And he's doing good from like high school. He has a wife, kids, a big house. I'll be honest, I don't have nothing against him, but I wouldn't hang out with them because their lifestyle, that's just how the American mindset is, just like, oh, why don't you have a wife and kids and family? Like what happened? And then they'll just talk about your failures and you're doing a lot of explaining, and then they're doing a lot of kind of bragging, basically. So I mean, me personally, I wouldn't fucking want to hang out with them. I'll be honest with you. Um, you feel like you're a fucking leech. You feel like you're a mooch. And it's another thing too. It's to keep you out. Let's say you're a TI and you have a good personality, because, and we're gonna specifically be talking about like rich white girls, okay? Because I've experience with like upper class like white girls. Like an upper class white girl, for the most part, doesn't really care about money, and they can like a regular blue collar average Joe type guy. Okay, if that guy is a good dude or has a good personality, like they're attracted to that. So what they're trying to do is keep you out of the nice part of town where all the hot white chicks are that are single, that have, you know, good careers, and they're willing to date a guy like you if they fucking think you're attractive and like they can help you get to the next fucking level. So if those girls think you're like dirt fucking poor, it's another thing too. It's another thing to have an advantage over you, because there's guys that have money that can't get these girls. Are like, they're so fucking hot. They're fucking hot as white girls, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. And you're like, yeah, they're good looking girls and shit, but like, I'm not gonna kiss their ass like to try to get with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're attracted to that, even though you don't have the fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trying to be fucking. You're like an authentic person, but if the competition can make it seem like you're absolute dirt poor. They can just make up any story. Oh, he's so poor, he's gonna make you get in debt. Like, you're gonna be living poor like him. That's what he's good for. Like, you need to stay away from her. Like, and I'm not saying like I want to date some fucking like rich white girl, but if you're a TI or if you're a guy in general and you date like a rich girl in general, people they come up like that. They get a rich girlfriend. The girlfriend helps the guy get a job, like, get him on his feet. He's eventually almost at her level, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, or there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's different ways where you're like, dude, there's a lot of dudes that impregnated a rich girl and had it made in the shade because the girl loves the guy so much, you know what I'm saying? So they want to eliminate that possibility as well. And then with the poor, like regular working class females, it's the same thing because they're chasing materialism more than a rich female. So a lot of the poverty matrix is eugenics. It's not because your DNA is superior. And I'm speaking about myself because if you're like me, which there's probably not a lot of you like me, but maybe there is one person like me that's listening. In my case, yeah, whatever. I'm fucking financially in a rut, so I choose not to date because it's just fucking, it's a setback. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on my feet, and again, that's why they're doing this. So I don't get on my feet. But